So I want to see how fast I can go from 0 to view inside my web app. So I'm just shutting down the DLL file now because I want to make a view now. I want to make a controller for the person. Not people, guys, person. So let me just start out by shutting down the application. Time is ticking here. I have to see how fast I can do it. Let me add a new controller. Okay, I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm going to make a new MVC controller using the NT framework. I'm still good. Time is with me. It's going to pop up here asking me what I want to do. Well, I want to make a new model and I want to make it into a person. There we go. The entity is selected. The context is selected. I'm going to generate the views. I want to reference some script libraries. I want to use layout. I want to call it P. You're doing it again, Microsoft. It's my choice. I want to call it PersonsController. I know plural is people. I know that, but I want to call it PersonsController. Don't decide for me, man. I'm a grown-up. Okay, I'll do that. It'll scaffold the solution for me. It'll create the views for me. It'll create everything for me. The only thing I need to do is change the context, because instead of using context, I of course want to use my beautiful managers that I made. So let's see how fast I can do that. Come on, Microsoft, you can do it faster. Get that scaffolding out of the way. I'm waiting for you. Come on. Oh my god, I shouldn't have called it persons. They're angry with me now. They want it to be called people. They're like, the guy developed that. He's like, come on, you know persons, plural for person, that is people. What are you doing, man? Don't call it persons controller, call it people controller. I don't want to, it's my choice. So now I have my context here, but that's not what I want to use. Let's just close that real fast, because instead I want to use a manager, right? So I'll make an iManager here, and we're going to call that a people iManager. There you see, I started saying people myself. So it's going to be underscore person manager equals new DLL facade dot person manager. There we go, we're done, and let's start using this. If we want to read everything, we're going to say person manager dot read everything. Let's just remove this guy. There we go. Now we have the person manager. Going to the next one. How do we find a specific person? Well, luckily we have on our person manager, we have a read for a specific person using an ID. And that ID, we can bring its value, and then we're done. Okay, let's scroll further down. Now, all I'm doing here, you can do exactly the same. Oh, we need the person statuses. Exciting. We need a new guy here. You can just, if you guys can't remember how to do this, you can go back to the previous videos where I kind of go in and rewrite everything. So I use my data access facade again. I have a video about that. That's why I'm moving a bit fast here. Using the person status manager here to pull out the actual person statuses. Why? Well, it kind of already built the dropdown for me. It's kind of nice that way. So let's just read all the person statuses and let's see if it actually figures out how to make a select list and how to make a dropdown when we create. It does that automatically? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, my friend. It figures everything out for you. You don't have to work anymore. Let other people work. We'll just make things. So we need to create a guy here. So I'll use the person manager to do the create, and I want to send in the person that I want to create, and he's called person. There we go. Now we have create. Time's ticking, man. You gotta move faster. Okay, I'm moving. Person manager psm.read. I want to read out all the persons statuses. Let's just scroll down. Here I'm going to find a specific person. I can do that with my person manager dot read. And why am I doing this? Why am I not just keeping the database taking care of this for me directly using the context? We already talked about that, but you can actually do that as well. You can also just use the context directly in here if you want to. That would make life easier in some cases, but if you want to be able to later on, like we will actually change, so you're not using we're actually going to use a proxy to a REST API later. That's why I'm doing this. So just beware, you will end up making changes if you do not do what I'm doing right now. So we need to use the person manager to actually edit our person. Let's do an edit here by updating the person. There we go. Let's move on. The delete one. To delete, we are going to start out by finding the person we want to delete. Person manager.delete. Read the guy, id.value. There we go. Oh man, this is moving. So how do we move? Well, we have a person manager.delete, right? That's what we're going to use here, and we're going to send in the ID of the guy we want to delete. Okay, what else do we have? The dispose. I don't want to use that because it's already disposed. We're done. Let's try and run it. That was pretty fast, right? That was pretty fast. And if Microsoft just scaffolded faster, we could have done it even faster. I'll shut down everything except this one. Oh, we have a build error. Okay, let's shit, I pressed run anyway. back. I'm losing valuable time here. Back to the manager. Okay, there are lists. There we go. What did we do wrong? DB does not exist. Oh, I missed one here. So we'll do underscore PSM read. There we go. Let's try and run it again. I know this was really fast, but I just did this a few times in the previous video where I kind of said go back to actually using the facade again instead of using the context. So go back and watch that video. All I did was pretty much just convert everything from using the context to actually using the manager, the facade that we built earlier. So why do that? Well, it's because I want to later on, I want to be able to actually switch out, it's called persons. I want to be able to switch out the context to actually start reading data differently. And I'll show you how to do that later because I want to make a REST API. So we can use it for a phone as well. We can use it for a web application later. We can use it for anything we want. So notice they're here. We have Bill, we have Joe, we have Jill, and we have Billy. Now the name is here twice. There's something wrong. We'll figure that out in the next lessons. See you next time.